So, hey guys, welcome to the pilot episode of our podcast show. The title is The Breakfast Burrito. This is one of your hosts, JC Berdine, and
And this is Luis Bautista with our special guest, Naomi Perez.
yes, hello Naomi. So, how are you today?
I'm good. Hello.
Okay, hey Naomi. Anyways, for those who are wondering what this podcast is about, it's a podcast all about.
Well, it's a podcast all about random things related to breakfast burritos, like maybe places, songs, music, ideas,
A lot of
just
things,
anything that
especially.
can remind you of a breakfast burrito.
Anyways,
And for today's topic, what is it, Bao?
our first topic for today is all about, you know, Cubao. Wow. Okay.
Wow, Cubao.
Anyways, Cubao is a place where lots of people go through. It's an intersection of many places and whatnot. So,
Mm-hmm.
for you, JC, what has been your experience with Cubao before?
Honestly, well, I really have no experience of Cubao because I grew up abroad. But my first encounter of Cubao was riding the MRT. And we got off at Gateway. And it's just a weird environment. Like it's like what you said, it's an intersection of many places because it's literally the center of the railways, right? So it's a lot
Yeah.
of people. And I mean aside from that, I also hear from my parents back in the day that Cubao was actually their quote unquote gimmick place. Yeah, what about you, Bao? What
Oh, from my
what
from
comes into your mind when
what
you
comes
hear
into my
Cubao? Bao.
cause I commute a lot from Katipunan and I live uh in Novaliches area. So sometimes I pass by Gateway when I pass the
Mhm.
LRT, then I go to the MRT. So I pass by Cubao and I see Cubao in different times. So it's pretty cool to see that there's so many people lining up for the MRT and sometimes there's no one there. And it's just cool to
Mhm.
see that a place like that can get so packed and so empty in different times. And
Yeah.
yeah, as similar with your parents. My parents used to say it was a gimmick place, and it was also near Eastwood, so people would either go there or Eastwood, because malls weren't as abundant before. How about you,
Yeah.
Naomi? I heard you lived in Cubao before.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Cubao, so yeah, I saw it like progress to what, to what yeah,
Yeah.
to like what it is now. Like we've been there since I think since 2002.
Oh wow.
So
So it's like
yeah,
before all the malls and the hotels there blew up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like back then it was small pa lang. Like like there weren't a lot of condos yet, and it was just like a few malls, like without all the
All the hustle and
yes
bustle,
the
the
Mhm.
traffic.
yeah
Yeah. Well, have you ever been to Cubao Expo at least?
yeah we well it wasn't Cubao Expo yet
Oh.
Oh,
then.
really?
What was
What
it?
was
What
it
was it?
before?
I don't know, like it like Cubao Expo is you end like
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
it's like a
U.
compound.
Like a U.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah it wasn't like that then. I actually haven't been like in the stores there, like we just use that place as like a shortcut going to
Oh.
or some or village.
Oh, that's
So it
cool.
was literally nothing before.
Yeah, not really. I mean, there were shops,
Oh,
but
okay.
it wasn't
It wasn't like
Well,
Cubao Expo.
yeah, cause from me and JC, we went to Cubao Expo last 2 summers ago, and
we
we
did.
passed by. Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh,
We went to
okay.
Cubao Expo. Did we?
Oh, okay. No. Have we?
Have we? I maybe. Pero I passed by. No, I don't think it was with you, but
Yeah.
maybe it was. But in my experience of Cubao Expo, is there were so many vintage things being sold, and it was
Mhm.
cool because it reminded me of the past and how the place was before and how, you know, you could get so many memories from buying things there.
Yeah. So, Cubao Expo, you say, has relics of the past. Just a little segue. Like, I know this isn't really related to what we're talking about right now, but I mean, you, Bao, and me, like, we mentioned Cubao used to be the place where our parents hung out.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Cubao is kinda a relic itself, like the city itself is a relic
It could be,
of
you
a
know,
past generation? Yeah.
it could be like a hidden place where used to be like so many memories of people hanging out and
Mm-hmm.
being
Yeah,
themselves
because our
Yeah.
generation doesn't really hang out there anymore.
because there's
Like,
so many
our
other
places, Eastwood, UPTC.
people. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
No,
Then
and there's this vintage record store there.
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you heard of it?
oh yeah, the vintage record store, of
The
course.
vintage record store.
Actually, the first time I heard of it was in the movie, this Filipino indie movie entitled Ang Nawawala.
I've
So
seen
it's
that.
about have you all seen that?
Yes.
Really? You've seen it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I made her
okay.
watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, in that movie, there was this one scene where the protagonist he goes into an old record store, and the whole scene itself reeked of, vintage feels.
it reminded him of like
Yeah,
memories
his
he didn't
past.
have. Ganon.
Yeah. So when I went to Cubao Expo, that was actually the first time I went to, the first place I went to. The shop is called literally Vinyl Thrift Shop. That's it.
That's
And
cool.
it's just this sweet, cozy old place. And the shop
it
owner
dusty?
is an old man. Yeah, it was. It smelled
Oh,
dusty.
and, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, whenever I hear Cubao, it's really just old.
Yeah, me too. Cause I think about so many. I have like interacted with so many old people who like, whenever they talk about the city or Metro Manila, they always say, "Uy, alam ko ang bus papuntang Cubao," or paano ka napupuntang Cubao? Cause people treat it as like a center sometimes of like, it's a place where you can go to other places, for example, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe lots of subcultures from different cities and provinces in the Philippines might have at one time stayed there, interacted there, and
Mhm.
we just don't know. And I think it's kind of sad na we don't see many subcultures develop in the Philippines
Yeah.
at least.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
sad.
So wait, let's go back to Naomi. She used to live there, right? So Naomi, when did you leave Cubao? And like why?
Yeah, why?
I think we left around 2007 because we have to move to Philinvest
Oh,
in
wait. Where
Antipolo.
Philinvest?
Yes. In Antipolo.
Oh, the Philinvest East?
East
Oh, yeah,
Homes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I live too. Yeah, nice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we moved because I also had to move to MC. Yeah.
I'm-
Oh,
As-
MC.
Yeah.
MC.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah.
let's talk about your MC experience. What is it like to be in an all-girls school? Because Bao and I, we came from an all-boys school. And we're just
Okay.
wondering, like, how is it any
Wait,
different?
have you been in MC for most of your life, or do you have like a school before?
Since grade 1.
Okay, so like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you've spent most of
her
your
life.
most of your life in like Graham College, Noller,
Yeah.
still in Noller, American.
So,
Yeah, so
I mean,
It was
How is your
If you
how is
could.
it? Go.
Yeah, it was fun. Like aside from the how it was a very Catholic school. Like we had to there was like a certain length
Of
like
skirt.
Oh,
of
so
skirt.
that's conservative.
Yeah, and like I think there was a time when we weren't allowed to wear hair ties like
Even
Oh.
black.
on
Really?
on our wrists.
Wow.
Why? Is that a bit
Yeah.
too much?
I don't know, but that was like just a short time.
Oh yeah.
That was yeah. But it was fine, I guess.
It was fine. What?
I mean,
Didn't you
yeah,
have like
I mean,
beef or drama
we had to
with anyone?
like we had to learn how to sew and everything.
Oh.
The base.
But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, similar to that.
But you know, since
Sorry.
but since it's an all-girls school, like the teachers are strict and everything. So there was a time also that like we weren't allowed to hug.
Why?
Oh. That's so sad.
Yeah,
That's sad.
When was this?
'Cause, you know-
When was this?
I think 7th grade.
Oh.
Was it
Yeah.
temporary? Hopefully.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
yeah, just temporary.
Yeah.
But
Well,
why?
some hugs. Yeah, it's kind of morbid.
Cause you know, girls.
They saw it maliciously.
Yeah, that's when.
Mm.
Huh?
They saw it maliciously.
Mm.
Oh, that opens up a
Yeah.
new topic, like exclusive schools and sexuality. Yeah.
That's a
Mm.
topic for another day, JC.
Yeah, that's another
Um,
day.
Yeah, so yeah, it's weird because you talk about sewing, learning how to sew, but like me and JC, we had a class where we had to learn how to do carpentry, which was, you know,
Oh yeah, we did.
is a weird
We called
dynamic.
it SIPAG.
We called it
Short
sipag.
for sining at paggawa.
And yeah,
That was weird. Was it a boy thing to have a carpentry subject?
maybe it was
I feel like
it was a girl thing to have a sewing subject.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's new for me.
Honestly, and I didn't realize that. How have you transitioned from like an all girls school to being in a college?
Yeah.
Being in college. How's it been socially?
I feel like for me it wasn't such a big transition. Like I guess it was just weird to have boys around.
Really? Because
Oh.
Yeah.
you weren't like
Why?
accustomed to it before.
Like you know, like I'm used to like girl energy and everything.
Yeah.
So like you know how boys make immature jokes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get used to that.
Yeah.
But-
That's a really sad thing.
I mean, are you fine with it?
But yeah. Yeah. It's fine. I mean, I guess I'm used to it also because I grew up with 2 brothers. So,
But was there any time that a certain immature joke from an immature boy ever crossed the line for you? Like you actually got offended, but you just chose to let it slide, because you know boys will be boys, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I feel like no naman.
Okay,
Like-
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
most of your
it's-
classmates have been civilized naman.
Yeah.
So, I guess we haven't been classmates. I'm kidding. I'm a nice guy.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're talking to health sci, because I'm a computer sci major in computer science,
Yeah.
and we're talking to health sci majors. And
There-
I was curious. This is a question from both of you.
Mhm.
How's biology?
Oh, okay.
You haven't.
It's ironic because our course is a pre-med course, but we have nothing in med, like medicine
Really?
related. For the first
None?
semester, all we've learned is about chemistry, so there's nothing about biology.
How about the
That's
second
sad.
sem, like
Yeah.
the one we skipped?
What?
Oh yeah, what was the question now?
How about the second sem? What happened when? What were you supposed to learn during the second sem? Is it biology?
Like same as
Same thing? You did
same
no
as
biology at
yeah,
all?
just
No,
chemistry.
no biology.
Nothing related to
Really?
medicine at all.
Mm.
So yeah.
So for our major kasi, we have been like learning to program since ano pa before the school started because they were giving stuff na for us. And yeah, it's weird na we have different stuff to study even though like because me and JC before we
Yeah.
were senior high classmates, right? And we used to study
Yeah.
the same stuff. And it's a different environment when you're studying different things, but you're still close and talking to each other. So like that's one thing college brought new. That's one thing new college brought to me. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have a question. Yeah, I have a question. How many programming languages have you learned so far?
So far, no, actually we've been orientated like six, six pa lang so far.
6? That's a lot.
Yeah.
What are they?
Not six, five pala. Lisp, Basic, C Sharp, C, and I forgot.
There's a
another
difference
one.
between C and C sharp?
Yeah,
Okay.
and Basic. Pero they're like super basic pa lang. We're not like super proficient on it yet, but it's been fun, I
Mhm.
guess. Oh yeah, speaking of my computer science major, my block is all
Mhm.
boys. Did you know that?
All boys.
Pretty cool. It's pretty sad, but it's fun still. It's all boys. Yes,
All boys.
Like
all boys.
not
What can you say about
like
that?
no girl at
Naomi?
all. Wow, that sucks.
I mean,
Are you?
all boys. Like, all 20 of us are boys.
Are you used to it, Bao?
No, no girl at all. It's all boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting to have like a variety at least, but I didn't expect it to be like all boys. But I mean, I don't hate it, but I wish I had met different people.
Yeah.
It's not that I hate them, but it would have been better to have at least because it's weird because the first two blocks are they have like a few girls, and I'm like because O1 and O2 have girls. That's
Yeah.
O3, my block all
Mhm.
boys. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I just learn to deal with it.
Oh yeah, I have a question again.
Yeah.
So, if your block is all boys, aren't you used to it naman with your school, high school? Yeah, how is it? How is the all boys school culture in Ateneo?
Honestly, I haven't been super close to my block because sometimes you have different schedules. And as for like when we have because when you have major subjects that you go together with your block. Sometimes when I'm together with them, I don't mingle with all of them because I don't have the same interests as them. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not the same comparing it to like old high school.
Yeah, what was old high school like?
Okay, so for those who don't know, also especially Naomi, old high school was grade 9 for us. It was before
Yeah.
senior high happened and all of that. So it was like there was a culture of all boys na from year 1 to year 4. You were
Yeah.
treated in a certain way, for example, like in your year 1, when you're a freshman, like you were
Oh,
a
fresh meat. I
the
remember
fresh-
that we
the
were
freshie.
always made fun of by by the juniors and seniors.
because we were young. We were the
Yeah, yeah.
new boys in the block of high school. Because Ateneo High School was kind of cliquish, you could say.
Yeah, and
They were
it's
jocks.
kinda-
The
was
usual.
it toxic? Was it toxic?
It was toxic, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, so it was my block wasn't that. You can't is different because
Mm.
my blocks has been separated into groups, cliques, and
Yes.
we're never together anyway. But in old high school, we used to be together all the time because classmates.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different. It's so different. So I heard you two are blockmates. How's it been as blockmates?
Oh, blockmates.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll talk about this one. It was weird, because in your case, you're all boys. But
Yeah.
in my case, when I saw the list of names for the first time, there were 24 of us, and then only 6 were guys. So it was really new to me. Like for one thing, like, I'm a boy and I have that boy humor, and it's kind of weird
With the
joking
block.
around
Yeah.
when
It's-
I'm around girls.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
nice,
you have to like
actually, that
mute
Yeah.
yourself
there
because
are
you
a
don't
lot
want to
of
offend
girls,
anyone.
but
Yeah.
Oh,
like
not
what
not
I was
not
looking
really,
for
but
Not
they just
offend.
don't
was
get it.
making
Yeah, exactly.
more
They
guy
just don't get
friends.
it.
Because
What about you, Naomi?
like, all
What's
the
your
rest school.
experience
So
like?
yeah. But then
Yeah, because your block's still
yeah,
majority
since there are
girls,
only
so
6 guys, and yeah, and our block is medyo, like it's kind of cliquish also. So I'm not friends with most. Yeah, and like I think out of the 6 guys, we've only talked to like the 3. So yeah, that's sad.
it's still hard.
Oh, well, they're
Mhm.
they're fun actually.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, very
Uh,
boys,
how are they
like-
like?
boy jokes and everything.
Really? Like-
Yeah, they're kind of fun.
So, what? Very boys. They're nice naman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause for my block, I'm the one who's like initiating everything. I'm the one who says all the stuff. I'm like kind of their pseudo leader, because I'm like, yeah, because I have to like step up sometimes because they don't like to do things. But even if I try to like initiate, like, hey, do you wanna? I feel like none of them would want to go out. Like you guys
so
have heard.
your blockmates are like geeks.
They're not-
introverted
they're not-
geeks. No.
They're not the most social, you could say that,
Okay.
but they're nice people. They're genuinely nice people, but they're not the most extroverted, you could say that, and
Mhm.
it's hard for like me to bond with them when I know that they don't wanna hang out with me, and it's I'm
What if
trying.
what if they just don't like you?
I mean, they could not like me. I'm a strong personality sometimes. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And I try to like be nice to them. I'm not a bully. Okay? I'm trying to be a nice person to them, but we're not on the same wavelength, you could say. So it's hard. But I heard that you guys party all the time. Makes me envious
No,
sometimes.
Yeah, we party sometimes. But actually, my
Yes.
blockmate here, Naomi,
I think that
partied
was
with her
Valentine's.
once. And there was this one incident where she just
Yeah.
passed out
And
in this bar.
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
she
I don't
puked
know,
Was I
a lot.
there?
was really excited
Was I
about
there?
it, I guess.
No, you were.
I got
Oh,
carried
I
away.
wasn't
maybe.
there.
But tell us about that night,
Yeah.
Naomi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
Heavy
that's
day
the
for
reason.
single people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't go out as much, like during high school. Like I spent most of my
So,
time,
like,
I think,
Has
training.
has been has
Yeah.
been like spending time after school
Wow.
different
Yeah.
with MC versus with college.
Oh yeah.
Boosters. It's like cheering. It's cheering, actually.
Mm.
No, it's cheering but without the stunts.
Wow, we have an athlete over here,
It's
ladies
just
Wow, what
and
an
gentlemen.
athlete.
What was your
What
sport? What was your
sport?
sport?
Yeah, what sport?
yeah, actually, but not really dancing.
But you
Oh, so,
boost?
so you like you push people up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you so it's like was it like Sayawata but cheering?
yeah,
No.
yeah. I guess.
What's Ayawata?
I think
That's cool. It's their dance troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So you're saying that college made you go out more and spend more time having fun? Has blossomed that inside sense of being free and having fun.
Actually, yeah, that's one of my favorite things about college. Like I remember our orientation day or some
Yeah. Fun day.
the people,
Yes.
our guides, yeah, the college students, all they kept saying to us was college is a place where you can be who you want to be, whoever you are inside. Like it's really the time to blossom. Like I remember my what you call that? Sec mob? Yeah, my sec
PNT.
mob.
Secmom.
TNT, yeah, those the tour guides, yeah, was wearing a Woody outfit, just just
Yeah.
because, and that was his point. I'm wearing a Woody outfit just because. Nobody cares because this is college. Yeah,
It's a good introduction to college. Because
Yeah.
it makes you like think about,
Yes.
your identity and what you want to show people. And because
yeah,
in college you can wear anything, it's fun because you can wear
Yes.
anything you want. So it's another form of expression. Same as, partying, right, Naomi? Hmm. Wait, so we're all three college students, right?
mm-hmm.
How has been quarantine for all of us? For you, JC, first of
Alright.
all.
Oh, for me, I've been doing
Yes.
nothing at all except playing this game on my phone that's called Pocket Planes. You guys should check it out. It's good.
Not
It's addicting.
sponsored. Not sponsored by
Not
Pocket
sponsored
Plays.
at all. It's just really that good. And
How
aside
about you,
from that, I've
Naomi?
just been watching movies. So
Mm.
yeah. How about you, Naomi?
Same. I've honestly just been napping. Like I spend
Same.
most of my days sleeping. Yeah, but like when I'm not asleep, I either eat or watch Netflix. So
Mm.
yeah.
Mm,
Living the life.
that's nice. I've been doing lots of chores. Like for example, I painted this door. It was brown before, now it's white.
Wow.
Wow.
You didn't tell me you were a painter.
It was a fun small project, but
Yeah.
I tried to be productive. Have you guys tried to be productive?
Yeah.
Can't.
Actually, yeah. I've been studying actually the past few nights.
Can't be productive. It's so annoying because I hear there's these online courses that give you certificates after, and it can mean a lot when writing your
Yeah.
resume, but I'm lazy.
Same.
It's hard to focus. Yeah, but how do you think you'll handle online classes when it comes? Because we're going to have online classes most probably.
Well, it's definitely something that will take a lot of time getting used to. So it's not gonna be easy.
How about you, Naomi?
Yeah, I think same also. And like I'm not really used to studying at home. Like I'm used to
Yeah, me too.
studying like in Starbucks or coffee shop. So yeah.
Outside outside your house.
Yeah. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
I have to get used to it. I guess. What
Easy.
even is breakfast burritos?
Oh, so breakfast burritos are basically burritos with egg, bacon, and something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. So Anyways, as the title implies, everything we talked about is related to breakfast burritos in some way. Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Mm.
So, Cubao, for example, you can eat burritos from Taco Bell and breakfast burrito. You don't know Taco Bell was like a big deal in Cubao.
Gateway.
Like there's a place, yeah, and Gate. See, it was
Oh.
like people used
I
to like
didn't know
because
that.
Taco Bell was
Yeah.
there. So burrito.
I should try that soon. I actually haven't tried Taco Bell.
That's good. But how about college, Naomi? How do you think college is related to breakfast burritos? Hey Naomi, so Naomi, what do you think about the breakfast burrito and how is it related to college?
Yeah, Naomi. What's up, Naomi?
With college, I think, like I think in college, like, I discovered a lot of food places in Kiteb since I started going out more.
Wow.
Yeah. And, yes, and there's this place in Maginhawa near
What does it serve? What kind of burritos?
near my school, Ateneo.
Wow,
Oh, that's an area. Isn't it
Mm.
near to UP though?
it's near UP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they sell burritos. Yeah, there's this place that sells
That's
burritos.
good.
Wow.
There are lots of
It's
places.
amazing.
I'm gonna cut this. This is so weird.
No, just put it.
House.
It's fine.
Okay.
Honestly, if someone listened to this podcast, they wouldn't reach out this long.
No, it's the first one. It's, they have to understand us as people. Because you won't have fans unless the fans like you. And if they don't like
Yeah.
like this, why would they listen more?
No, okay. Yeah, okay, sure.
Big. What else? What else did we talk about? Cubao.
Lastly, how do you relate breakfast burritos to all girls schools?
I have an idea. How about breakfast burritos are like all girls schools because all girls schools have lots of girls the way breakfast burritos have lots of eggs. Like-
Paano yung bacon?
Bacon could be like the
The nuns.
teachers,
Yeah.
the teachers that give the saltiness.
Yeah.
the
They
good-
enforce strict rules
Yes.
that,
They're,
you
they're
know,
crispy.
that keep the students from expressing themselves. Like
Yeah.
keep the eggs from being sunny side up because it's always scrambled, right? Sa
Yeah,
breakfast
it's always
burritos.
scrambled.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, guys, so this is the only time we have for today. Thank you for listening to our pilot episode of The Breakfast Burrito starring JC Berdine and
Luis Bautista and with
with
special
our
guest.
special guest.
Naomi Perez.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you for listening and we hope to give another episode soon. That's all.